Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for watching. Today I just wanted to come back and let you know about how the refrigerated cake batter went. And I'm here to tell you that if you have to make your cake batter a day before and put it in the refrigerator, it doesn't make a difference in the texture, the taste, the moisture, or anything like that. I'd say that if you have time to make your batter and bake it, do that, or if you have to because you know you need that extra 15 minutes the following day to prepare your cake batter and put it in the refrigerator and then bake it the next day. Either way, it comes out the same. No flavor change, no texture change, and no moisture difference. I just wanted to come back and let you guys know because I told you I would. Today I am going to prepare another cake. The other day I made a pineapple cake. Well, I made a yellow cake with vanilla pudding, crushed pineapple, and whipped cream, and I also made a vanilla cake, bananas, pudding, and whipped cream. So like a banana pudding cake. And it was requested again, so I'm gonna make the crushed pineapple yellow cake. So I have with me Duncan Hines yellow cake mix. I'm just using hot cake mix because with all of the other ingredients, it doesn't require a homemade from scratch yellow cake. So I'm gonna start off with my box of cake mix, and it wants a half a cup of vegetable oil. So the Duncan Hines wants a half a cup of vegetable oil, and the Betty Crocker wants 1/3 cup of vegetable oil. So I think that now that I think about it, when I was making the other cake mixes, I remember putting 1/2 cup of vegetable oil in the chocolate cake and 1/3 vegetable oil in the yellow cake. And I don't really like the way the chocolate cake came out. So yeah, so I got the oil in there. It does require 3 eggs, so I'm gonna do 1, 2, 3 eggs. And I put the eggs in a separate bowl just to make sure I don't get any eggshells. And then the recipe calls for 1 cup of water, but I'm gonna do 1 cup of milk. This is whole milk, sorry. 1 cup of whole milk. And then I'm gonna use 3 ounces of vanilla pudding. And the other day when I made my cake mixes, I didn't include the pudding, or the milk. I made it with water, 3 eggs, the oil, and I didn't include the pudding. Okay, so I have my cake batter all mixed up. That's fairly easy. I just did it with the whisk. The cake batter is super simple to mix. I don't need to get out my hand mixer or my KitchenAid. So I have my pan that I'm gonna bake my cake in. And I have my oven preheated to 350, and I'm gonna bake this cake for about 45 minutes because it has pudding in the mix. It does require a little bit longer than your usual classic hot cake mix. So I'm gonna pour this cake batter into my pan. Okay guys, I have my cake batter in my pan, and I was just thinking about the oven temperature, and I'm gonna bake this cake at 325 for 45 minutes because of the pudding in the mix. I don't want it to bake really fast and not bake all the way through into the middle. So that's what I'm going to do with this particular cake, because I can bake the regular recipe on the box, the back of the box at its regular temperature, and sometimes you have to adjust according to your own oven, but this particular cake does require a lower temperature and a longer bake time. So I'm going to go ahead and put everything away. Oil, throw away my egg shells, pudding boxes, cake. Yeah, it says to bake a regular 13 by 9 for 30 minutes anyways. I have a strainer and a spatula. I have my crushed pineapple. I'm going to use 2 cans of crushed pineapple, and these are 20-ounce cans. And I'm going to drain the juices from the pineapple just like that, because I don't need any of the juice of the pineapple. It would make the cake too wet if I just poured the whole can in on top of the cake. So I strain the crushed pineapple. Hey guys, so this is about 1 week off of work so far, and I absolutely love it. And I'm not going to retire and bake cake. This cake that I'm making is just a request from a friend of the family, but I do want to retire because I'm gonna be 54 soon, and I've been working since I was 16, so I just feel like it's time. The only hesitation is I obviously won't get like your retirement money from the state. I won't get that yet. So the pineapple juice, I'm going to pour it into this container that has ground up ginger, because ginger, pineapple juice, apple juice, and lemon juice in little shots, game changer for your health. If you feel like you're getting sick, go buy some fresh ginger and juice it with the apple or some pineapple or some lemon. And then I think I'm gonna put some cayenne pepper in my shot. And as soon as I start feeling sick, I literally am better within just a couple hours from the ginger shot. So anyways, I was saying that I don't think I will get retirement from the state yet. I think not until you're 65, so I would have a long time before I receive that. So I'm just a little bit hesitant on retiring because of financial reasons. So I know all of you guys in the comments will say, I guess, based on, you know, whether or not you can afford to retire. So that's my dilemma right now. So this is what the pineapple looks like strained. I'm actually gonna take a shot of this ginger one. I'm gonna use this strainer, and this already has ginger, lemon juice, and pineapple juice. Let me just mix it really quick. Just mix it up a little bit. I just strained a little bit into this glass. Pineapple juice, lemon juice, and ginger burns your throat a little bit, but it's so good. So good. Okay, so my cake is in the oven. I have my pineapple strained. I'm going to make the pudding, and I already have a container of the Cool Whip, which is going to be the topping. See what I mean? I already messed up. I had my oven to 450 just to get it preheated, and when I put the cake in, I turned the temperature down to 350, and then I was going to turn it down to 325, but the temperature didn't change in the oven, and it's already brown, and I know for a fact it's not cooked. It's only been cooked for 15 minutes, so I turned it all the way down to 295, so we'll see what happens. Hopefully it doesn't brown anymore, and we'll just finish cooking. You know, life of a baker. Kidding. So what I'm gonna do now that my cake is completely baked, and yes, it browned probably more than I would have liked to, but because I'm gonna put pudding and fruit on the cake, I don't really mind it being a little over or a little more brown. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna flip this over onto saran wrap. I'll show you what the bottom side looks like. It's not too bad as far as brown. Feels really nice. And I'm gonna wrap it up with some saran wrap and put it in the freezer because the saran wrap helped the cake moist from the steam. It's not super hot, but it's warm enough where the saran wrap is going to steam. So this is what the back side looks like. So this was the bottom part of the cake, which doesn't look too bad. It looks like any normal baked cake look. That's the top part, which I thought was overcooked because of the brownness, but it's not, because if you look at the bottom, it's not burned or anything. So, and I've baked cakes like this before, and you just cover them tightly with saran wrap and put them in the freezer, and they stay so nice and moist. Really good. So I'm out of pudding, so I'm gonna run to the store. I'll be right back. Okay guys, I had to run to Walmart because everything's cheaper at Walmart. I had to get bread flour and all-purpose flour, so I just figured I'd go there and get several boxes of pudding since they're only like $1.50. So one of these boxes, it's a 5-ounce box, I think. It requires 3 cups of milk. So hold on. I like using these cups because they're more accurate. 3 cups of milk. 2, 3. Barely fit. I'm going to whisk the milk and the powder together, and as soon as I'm done here, I'm gonna put it in the refrigerator to firm up, and then I will put everything together. Show you what that looks like.